of that statistic that there is nothing. He is not being arrested for adultery or for fornication. He is not being arrested for inviting of a woman anywhere. The reason why they kidnap him is his position on a Biafran issue, on a Biafran matter. His position on a Biafran matter as the leader of IPOB, a leader of indigenous people of Biafra. That is why he is being kidnapped and kept under the DSS. Dungeon Mazi, something is making noise on your background. I don't know how I can help on over this. This noise, I believe that is disturbing the people who are listening to this very program. So Mazi was kidnapped based on
it could be yes, I know there is a noise coming from somewhere, but just proceed. The point I wanted us to draw from this video clip, Maz have been kept incommunicado for weeks now, or going to months now, and it is very, very important that if we have opportunity to meet people who have had direct contact with him, it will help us to assess his state of mind. Because a lot of people are still like, oh, are you sure Mazi is still strong where he is? You understand what I'm saying? So we have to have from that perspective of his state of present state of mind, which we know, we believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the kind of person you can push around. It's confirmed from this video, from this young person now who is saying that even inside the DSS dungeon, Mazi fighting for people's rights within the detention center. So these are the things I want us to look. That a freedom fighter is always a freedom fighter. Even in the enemy's name, he's still fighting for people's freedom, as confirmed by this young person here. So these are the things I want us to look at, and also on the aspect of the sit at home, which will continue because we have how many? We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to go on the issue of the sit at home. And then within these 5 days, we'll continue to talk back to remind our people that it is important we go in line with the directive of the Directorate of State, because when they come up to choose that Monday, to choose that date, there is a reason, and it's something that has been deliberated on over and over again.
That is a way forward. That's a very, very good decisions that come from DOS, and we must respect and we must continue to promote the office of DOS. The office of DOS is a government body. It's not an office for one person, but the man who is heading the office right now, because in every organization, in every government body, there will be a single person. It will come down to a single person who is sitting as a president or even as a leader in that very group at every point in time. And the Mazi and the Kanu were sitting in that very position as when you come to the head of DOS, after the head of after Mazi and the Kanu, you have the head of DOS. In the person of Mazi Doziem, he is presiding over the DOS today. It could be someone else tomorrow. But the fact remains that our leader today is Mazi Edozien, who is the head of DOS. And DOS is not one person. It is a governing body, well organized to offer leadership for Biafrans. And their platform, we must understand. The platform is very, very easy because the people who doesn't understand the platform of DOS, they are the ones who are getting confused about what is happening. The platform of DOS, starting from you down to your coordinator is linked to the next officer above him, who is from coordinator, from principal officers, who are principal officers. Principal officers are those people coordinating with a coordinator. Under a coordinator, there is a financial secretary, there is a PRO, there is so many offices under coordinator. So those people under coordinators, they are principal officers. Then when you move from coordinator, then you will find a zonal coordinator. Then zonal coordinator, under the zonal coordinator, there is also principal officers who are actually coordinating and working with the zonal, with the zone. So if you move from the zone, then you will get national. Then there is a national and principal officers there. These are all platform of DOS. Then you will move from there to continental. Then continental is also an office, and in that office, somebody is presiding as a continental head, and he has also principal officers who are financial secretary, PRO, and all manner of offices that also embodied in that very stage. And from that very stage now you go to DOS. You see DOS now. DOS simply means D stand for directorates of states. So they are the one coordinating all the states that is under them, and under them also there is so many principal officers who are heading different offices, who are working in different capacities. So if you wanted to reach out to DOS, you will go through the principal officers that are under your coordinator. Then depends on the aspect of the office of DOS that you wanted to address. Do you wanted to address the issue, the financial department of DOS? Go to your coordinator. When you get to your coordinator, then he will direct you from stepping from the financial head of your own particular area. Then you will move to the zonal. From the zonal, you will move to the national. From national, then you move to the continental. From the continental, then you will move now to the US. So it is stages. And this is the reason why so many people who try to feel like they can advise Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because they don't know that advice go through all these stages before you can get to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the reason why so many times they felt like their advice is not getting their advice. But the advice has a stages that you will go before you can come to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And this is the strategies that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has put in place. Because you see so many people last time they are going around and say you don't have structure, you don't have structure. Now you are seeing the structure of IPOP, and that is why IPOP remain undestructive, because we are organized from the bottom to the top, and from top to the bottom. We are under the chain of command. So people who recently started jumping from one department to the other department for what they are looking for, we don't know. But we know that we are organized. And it has nothing to do with your friendship with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you are a friend of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you should do your activities based on that platform of friendship. It has nothing to do with the body that governs IPOB. And if you are a blood related to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it has nothing to do with the body that governs IPOB. We must understand this, that your activities as a blood related ended up in that blood related platform. Your friendship with him ended up in that friendship with him. When it comes to the governed body of IPOP, is no go area. We are under this chain of command. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu work with them, and everybody that is working sincerely to restore Biafra must find time to work with the structure that has already been laid down, because we are not discussing ideas here. We are working on ideas. And that is why, even when I started broadcast here, I tell you people that we are standing behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to get every wrong right. That is through that structure. Through that structure, you cannot jump your coordinator and they begin to communicate with the zonal coordinator. You must go through your coordinator. You must go through the principal officers that are directly in connection. You are here in Australia. You want to pay your money to America. Why not? Why you want to do your monthly contribution to America while you have a principal officers who are here to coordinate it? So we are under the chain of command in order to find orderliness among us, in order to be organized. Because what the world are fighting against us, they are fighting against us is to find us disorganized. And once we are disorganized as people, we become the empty drum that make the highest noise. We become a road that gathered not. So we are organized. And when we say we stand under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that means we stand under the structure that has put together in IPOP to be a government body. And there is nothing that counts to us at this very moment more than the order that comes from this very authority. Any order that comes from this very authority is the ultimate. As IPOP family, as IPOP member, as the lover of freedom, as people who love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as people who love